Good evening, everybody, and today we will talk about the ICBN. ICBN is known as International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, and if we are going in a historical aspect of International Code of Botanical Nomenclature, then this has been formulated by Lanzhou in 1956, and it is a results of many years of trial as well as the errors. 1956 edition with having the detailed instructions as well as some changes has been made in the 1956 edition. Before the 1956, last 3 and 4 International Botanical Congress was held in 1950 when the International Botanical Congress has finalizes, and later on it has been revised. And this is just a rearrangement of what we can say the Linnaeus principles and Linnaeus' own Philosophia Botanica, which he has given or he has produced them in the form of aphorism, which is known as the principle. So finally, the ICBN has been formulated in 1956 by the Lanzhou. And as you know that the code which is called the ICBN or the International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, it is consisting of, there are 3 clear parts. The one is known as the principle, the second one is known as the rules, and third one is called the recommendations. The principles are the basic point in which the code is based. It is nothing to do with the detailed nomenclature, but that should these are the basic points that should be kept by the compiler before going for the nomenclature process. So, for example, the taxon or a group of a plant can have only one name, and it's having the main idea. It's a guideline to the author to produce a new name. So the second part is called the rules. The rules are the articles, and articles are the detailed prescription which is connected with the name. For example, the rank, in which rank we are talking about that. We are talking about the species, we are talking about the genus, we are talking about the order, we are talking about the higher ranks. So the ranks is there. The type is very important one. There are 7 types. The type is a basic constituent point in which the name is based. Then the principle of priority. Who published first is going to be credited. Then the effective and valid publication. So what are the requirements for valid and effective publication? Then the authority. Authority is must. So as you know that the name of botanical name is consisting of generic name as well as the species name, and that should be followed by the authority who coined the name or who has given the name. So that should be for not only for its regard, but only for the to get the more information, to get the year when the name has been given. The retention, choice, rejection, as well as the ICNCP, International Code for Nomenclature of Cultivated Plant, and then the hybrid plants. Then the third part is called of the code is called the recommendation, and the recommendation includes the few appendices, and these are the practical application for the nomenclature process. And in this case you can say the summary as well as the includes the articles as well as the recommendations as per of the ICBN of Stockholm Congress in 1950 and the International Botanical Congress. So the first part is clearly consisting of principles. There are 6 principles is there. The first one is called the botanical nomenclature is independent to geological nomenclature. So there is nothing no any deal between the botanical nomenclature as well as the geological nomenclature. The application of name of taxonomic group is determined by means of the nomenclature type. So this is a very important rule, is the second one, in which the taxonomic group is determined by the nomenclature type. So nomenclature type is a herbarium sheet from which the name comes out. So this is a basic fundamental point. Then the third rule clarified that the nomenclature of taxonomic group is based on the principle of priority. Who published first is going to be credited, otherwise it is going to be rejected. The fourth principle clearly clears that each taxonomic group with a particular circumscription, position and rank can bear only one correct name, the earliest one, that as per the rule. And so this is very important one, because the only one name can exist for any plant species throughout the world or throughout the globe. And the fifth rule clarified that the scientific name of taxonomic group that should be in Latin regardless of their Latin. So all the name which is defined or which is going to identify the plants species, that should be into the Latin. The sixth rule clarifies that the rules of nomenclature are retroactive unless expresses limitedly. So these are retroactive rules. So there are six clear principles, and these are to be kept in the mind by the author before publishing the new name. So botanical nomenclature has nothing to do with the zoological nomenclature, and the nomenclature process is done by started from the nomenclatural type. It is based on principle of priority. Only one name can exist, that should be in Latin, or there should be a retroactive activities also been recognized. So these are the six principles. Then the second part is known as the rules. And rules are, the species is just a unit of classification, and it is constituting the higher ranks. And Article 3 clearly identified that if I'm just going to the ascending order, the species can grouped into the genus can grouped into the family can grouped into the order can grouped into the class, and class can grouped into the division, and division can formulated the kingdom. So kingdom is a highest unit, and kingdom can have 10 divisions. One division can have 10 class. One class can have 10 orders. One order can have 10 families. One family can have 10 genus, and 10 genus can have several species. So this may not be true for small orders as well as the family or the genus. The highest unit is or the rank is the kingdom. Kingdom is consisting of division. Division ka jo smaller unit is class. Class is consisting of subclass, subclass order, then the suborders, then the family, subfamily, genus, subgenus, subgenus, section, species. And again, I'm repeating the point that the species is a structural as well as the functional unit of classification. There are some categories are also existing. The ranks are also existing below the species. These are categories, subspecies, variety, subvariety, forma, as well as the clone. But technically, again, I'm repeating the point that the species is a structural as well as the functional unit of classification. Another important point is that there are two type of words. One of them is known as the prefix, जो पहले लगेगा, and then the another word is the suffix, जो बाद में लगेगा. So that point is that the family can be identified with the suffix ACAE, for example, the Polygonaceae. Suborder can be identified with the suffix INEAE, Chenopodinae. The order can be identified with the suffix ales, Malvaceae. The code with having the standardized grammatical ending to all, which does not follow as per the rule of ICBN, that should be changed. For example, the Gramineae, it was the older name, and that has been changed to Poaceae. Same, the Palmae into the Ericaceae, Cruciferae to Brassicaceae, Leguminaceae to Fabaceae, and Amblyiferae to Apiaceae, Labiaceae to Lamiaceae, Compositae to Asteraceae, because these were older name and not following the suffix. So that has been changed as per the rule of the ICBN. The simultaneously, as you know that the family name is based on the generic name, Poaceae, Asteraceae. The same one is simultaneously OIDA is a suffix for subfamily, EAE for tribe, and INE for the subtribe. So the point of interest is that that should follow the suffix. And suffix is going to tell you that in which rank we are talking about that. Either we are talking about the noun is there, so the genera, species, or either the ACA is there, so that means the family is there. So ales is there, so that means the order is there. The second rule is the type. The type is very important one. Type is technically a herbarium seed through which from which the name comes out. So article, the name is based on nomenclatural type. This has been identified to the principles also. The type is a specimen which is collected by the investigator first time and not identified earlier the new name as per the ICBN rule. A type is a constituent element of a taxon. The name of the taxon is permanently attached. Principle 2 clarify that the application of name of taxonomic group is determined by means of nomenclatural type. The species as new, the author should indicate the type. The species in first species type is a individual specimen. The type is a new species base. The herbaceous on a mounted seat is a type. Then when a specimen cannot be preserved, then the figure, illustration, description, it may be a type. The type of a genus is a species and a family is a genus. There are 7 types has been recognized, and these are called the holotype, isotype, paratype, syntype, lectotype, neotype, as well as the topotype. So the first type is called the holotype. Holotype means the single specimen. It is a whole plant or the part of the plant, then in which the name of the taxon is permanently attached. So the specimen which has been studied and the names comes out of a particular seat or the particular seat, and this herbarium seat is technically called the holotype. Then the second type is called the isotype or cotype. These are the fragments of the same plant from which the holotype has been made. It has the same field number or gathering number as a holotype. Then the third type is called the paratype. Paratype, the specimen other than the holotype as well as the isotype studied by the founding author at the time of describing new taxon. The fourth type is called the syntype. When a founding author did not designate as anyone as a holotype, then the specimen studied by the founding author and forms the basis of the new taxon is called the syntype. Then the fifth type is called the lactotype, the type chosen to serve as holotype from isoparatype as well as the syntype to serve as a type. When earlier holotype destroyed or not designated, so the holotype is a specimen and this has been chosen to serve as a type. Then the sixth type is called the new type. If the holotype, isotype, paratype, syntype lost or not available, a new type from other specimen has been identified as a type. New type is not a original material, so new type is a standard specimen. Then the seventh type is also been there. The type is this is called a topotype. Topo means the locality, and this there is no original material, so available into the to identify the type. So we have to go into the same locality as mentioned by the author. So this is another type has been formulated that has been made after the collection, and that is called the topotype. Now the another question comes in your mind, that the species which is going under the natural adaptation from time to time. So the type is a correct identification, and as you know that the preserved specimen is always a better representation of any taxonomic group rather than the description as well as the illustration. If nothing is available, then the illustration as well as the description can also be taken as a type. So type is very important one. Without a type, we cannot start the process of a nomenclatural one. The third rule clarified that the principle of priority. The principle of priority is a very, in a simple term, we can say the who published first is going to be credited. With few exceptions, when alternative names are permitted, each taxon of the plant bear only one correct name. The correct name that should be legitimate and that should be valid, except in case of limitation of priority by the conservation. The valid, now the another question comes to your mind, that what is a valid publication? So 1st May 1753 is a initial date. And this initial date, why? Because this initial date is there because at that date the Linnaeus has published the species Plantarum. So this is a basic fundamental point. So the name which has been published after the 1st May 1753, it may be valid, and if it is published before, so that is not going to be valid. So in Massai fungi as well as the algae, the date separate dates has been there. For example, in algae 1900, the Audiogonocene, because is at that date Hirm published the Audiogonocene, his monograph Iconography der Audiogonocene. For fossil plant, the initial cutoff date is 31st December 1820. The another when the same generic name is followed by the same species name. So this is called the tautonames. For example, the Malus is a tautonames. And this tautonames is very common in zoological nomenclature. For example, the Kowa, the Corvus. So principle of priority clearly identified that each taxon with circumscription, taxonomic position and rank can bear only one valid name. And that should be the earliest. So rule of nomenclature clearly identified that who published first is a valid one, and that is going to be credited. Others are going to be rejected. For example, a name has been published by Linnaeus in 1753. Then later on some author published them into the 1780 and 1790. So because as per the principle of priority, the Linnaeus has been accepted. Another rule is the effective and valid publication. Because we are talking about the 1956, when the Lanzhou has formulated the ICBN. So at the time, the situation was slightly different rather than the present time. So the effective and valid publication. So what publication will be the effective and what publication will be the valid? So there are certain rules has been formulated in 1956. The principle of priority established that the publication is an important step in nomenclature. It is printed form, distributed in botanical nomenclature. Name is valid when published. Section 6 clearly identify the condition and date of the valid publication for name. The name is published with the description of taxa, and that should go with the public with direct as well as the indirect reference to the previous effectively studies or public's description. That means if we want to check the original, ICBN does not approve those names which are not effectively published. The valid name deals with the name and textual matter as well as the description. A plant thought effectively published without description is not valid. The Article 29 publication handwritten or description printed in nursery catalog or seed exchange list is not considered to be the effective one. So the publication effectivity is very important one. After the 1935, the all diagnosis must be in Latin. If it is not in Latin, so publication is not effective or valid. The name of families and lower taxa except certain hybrids on or after 1st January 1958 are valid if nomenclature type are indicated. So valid publication means the effectively published, and that should be accompanied by the description with direct as well as the indirect previous references and distribution too. For example, the Phalaris arundinacea, L full stop, SP full stop, PL full stop, 55, 1799, 1753. So in this case, you find it that the generic name is followed by the species name, and that should be followed by the authority, and that should be followed by the flora in which the publication has been there, and the page number and simultaneously year has been mentioned. The literature, and this is citing the literature. This is a Linnaeus has published the Phalaris arundinacea in the Species Plantarum Flora, page number 55 in 1753. This is effective as well as the valid, because we are getting the whole details about the Phalaris arundinacea which has already been published by the Linnaeus. The simultaneously the Digitaria sanguinalis, L full stop in bracket, SCOP full stop, FL full stop, CARN full stop, ED 2 1 52 1772, Panicum sanguinalis, L full stop, SP full stop, PL full stop, 47 1753. So in this case, the original name was Panicum sanguinalis, that has been published by the Linnaeus in Species Plantarum in page number which a description has been mentioned into the page number 47 in 1753. The name has been changed by Scopoli. Scopoli suggested that there may be the two genus are being merged by the Linnaeus, so there are two separate genus are there. So he mentioned that, or he coined the name Digitaria sanguinalis as per the rule, and he mentioned that the L into the bracket into the there. So the original name of Digitaria sanguinalis has been given by the Linnaeus. Later on it had been modified by the Scopoli in Flora Carciniola, and in the page number of 52 and 1772. So the point is that the Scopoli changed the name from Panicum to the Digitaria, and the species may be the same. So species should be retained. But technical point is that the Scopoli who thought that the Panicum sanguinalis as the name has been given by the Linnaeus is a merger of two genus, so he separated the Digitaria, but the species is been retained. So this Digitaria sanguinalis, the basic name of Digitaria sanguinalis is the Panicum sanguinalis. So this is clarifying the issues in the citation. This is called the citation. Technically, this is called the citation, and in the citation we clarify the issues which is related to the effective as well as the valid publication. The another rule is the citation of author name. The complete generic name is as you know that the complete name is consisting of two epithets, generic name as well as the species name, and that should be supported by the author. So this is a technical point as per the ICBN rule. The पहला जो epithets होगा वो generic होगा, दूसरा species होगा, तीसरा authority होगा. For example, Mangifera indica LINN full stop, or either you can write the L full stop. So the L is a abbreviation for the Linnaeus. So the Mangifera indica, which is the name of the mango, that has already been given by the Linnaeus. So it enabled to trace out the original description, type and date of publication. When two author jointly, अगर एक ही पर दो लोग काम कर रहे होंगे तो उसको हम किस तरह से. Then another rule is the citation of author. As you know that the complete generic name is consisting of generic name as well as the species name. These two epithets are there, and that should be supported by the author. For example, the Mangifera indica L full stop. It enables us to trace the original description, type and date of publication. When two authors jointly work and they have given the name, so Opuntia Polyride, Britt at Rose. If one author collected the plant and that he is not able to or she is not able to publish the work, so unpublished work, then later on another author work on that and he has published the name. For example, the Senecio nudicollis book Ham X D Don, the Caparis lasiantha R Robert Brown X DC D Kendall. So the point is that in the first case, the generic name that should be supported by the species name and that should be supported by the authority. So authority is there. In the second case, two authors are jointly one, Opuntia Polyride, Britt at Rose. In the third case, the collection has been made by someone else. It is an unpublished work. So later on, another one who published the work, and he and in this case the Senecio nudicollis book Ham X D Dune. So X is there. So in this case the equal importance has been there. Same example in Caparis lasiantha Robert Brown X DC D Kendall. So when species is described in one genus and later transferred to the another. For example, the Antirrhinium spurium L full stop. So Antirrhinium spurium name has been given by the Linnaeus. Later on, the Miller is working on this Antirrhinium spurium, and he suggested that the name or the two genus has been merged. So he separated the Linellaria. The species is the same, spurium by Miller. So Linellaria spurium L into the bracket Linnaeus Miller. This is called a double citation. And usually once we are going to the citation of the author, we use the abbreviation. And these abbreviation are, for example, L full stop Linnaeus, ADAN for Adanson, SCOP Scopoli, R.BR Robert Brown, DC for D Kendall, and Hooker F for Sir J.D. Hooker. So these abbreviations are also been there. The same one is happening into this alternation of rank. The Caprebidium calcoleus, L variety pubescens, Wild bracket and Wild Corel. So three authors are involved. The Carl Wildenov named the Caprebidium pubescens. Later on, Corel suggested that, or he think that, and he corrected that it is a variety of Caprebidium calcoleus, which has already been given by the Linnaeus. So Caprebidium calcoleus, L full stop variety pubescens, a wild Corel name has been given to as per the rule of the ICBN. Then another part of this rule of ICBN is the retention, choice and rejection of the name. So this is a very important aspect, because the genus can be divided into the two or more genera. The species can split into the two or more. The original generic name, species name must be retained. For new taxon containing the type, also for the infra-specific taxa. When section of the genus or species is transferred to another one, the genus as well as the species without alternation of rank and original name, it must be retained whenever possible. When the rank of the genus or infra-generic taxon is changed, correct name is the earliest legitimate one. When the taxa of the same rank are united into the one, the oldest name must be used for the combination. If name are of the same date, then the author who first united them the right to choose the one of the name from the two one, not the full author liberty, only that he can choose the one name from the older one. A name is rejected because it is disagreeable, it is illegitimate, superfluous, or as well as the homonyms as well as the toponyms. The author has a liberty to coin the name, but that should be into the Latin. Name of the genre with capital letter and specific name with the small letters. So these are the term and condition for rejection as well as the choice of the naming. Even the name of the if the original name have certain certain spellings, so that should be maintained. For example, the Rosa Pisardi, Carriaria is corrected as Rosa Pisardi. The same is Pinus Griffithii. The two eyes there, so two eyes there. If one eye is there, so one eye should be maintained. So the author, the author who is working later on have no right to change the even the spellings also. Then the another two interesting aspects has also been governed by the ICBN. The one of them is called the name of the cultivated plant, and another one is called the name of the hybrids in cultivation. The name of the cultivated plant, the name of cultivars is not analogous to botanical variety and ICNCP. This abbreviation CB or the abbreviation CB has been used, or either it is placed into the single inverted commas. For example, the Citrullus lanatus CV sugar baby. So CB has been put between the sugar baby and its botanical name Citrullus lanatus. The same one is happening to purple dawn, the Camellia japonica CV purple dawn. So recommendation of recommended that the cultivator name should be registered with the recognized registration authority. Authority is a must, because it can avoid the duplication, misuse as well as the fraudulent use of the cultivator name. Then the name of the hybrid in cultivation. So this is based on monohybrid case as well as the dihybrid case of the Mendel. So usually multiplication signs has been used between the two with the Latin one. For example, the Salix aureata as well as the Salix coprea, and multiply by the Salix coprea. Agrotes multiply Polypogon multiply by the Andropogon etc. So these indicating that the these are based on the basic one which is produced by the Linnaeus in 1753 in as a aphorism, and later on it has been modified by the Lanzhou. But this is a technical compilation of the Linnaeus work. So point of interest is that once we are going to publish the new name, so we have to go through the ICBN or the International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, which is 3 clear parts: principles, rules as well as the recommendations. The principle, there are 6 principles. These to be kept into the mind before going for the publication. Then the rules are there. Rules includes the rank. Rules includes the this type. The rules includes the interesting aspect of effective publication, principle of priority, then the authority, then the what are the choices, what are the rights you have. Then also the name of the how we can go for the process of cultivated plants, and how we can go for the hybrid name into the as per the rule of ICBN. So thank you very much.